Okay, welcome to video podcast, my journey learning English. Next, our team, our team are Jenny Andrea González Tamayo, Carol Herrera, Javier Montel, and Jonathan Quimbayo Salgar. Let's be start. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our special video podcast, my journal learning English. Today, we'll be talking about how we start learning English, the challenges we face that help us improve, funny or memorable moment, and our future goal. We're joined by four amazing classmates who are ready to share their history. Let's begin with a quick question, okay? When and how did you start learning English?
Okay, hello for everyone. This is my answer. I have always liked the English language since I was a child, from my beginnings in school and then in high school. And I have always liked to engage in conversation with English speakers. And through my work, I had to also to have interact a lot of with the people who speak English as a first language. So I feel that it is something that I carry inside me, that I am born and I like to do, and I want to pass this knowledge to others, in this specific case to the students.
Oh, this is amazing, Javier. I started learning English in primary school with very basic stuff like color, number, and the alphabet. At first, I was a bit hard, but over time, I started to enjoy it. In high school, I got more into it with watching movies and listening to music in English. That helped me a lot of. Later, when I decided to become to a teacher, realized how important English was. So I started practicing more, even if I was afraid to make mistakes. Okay. Now I keep on learning every day, and it's not always easy. I'm proof of how much I'm very improving. And we all face challenges when learning a language. What was the hardest part for you, and how did you overcome it?
Okay, hello everyone. So I face challenges such as difficulty understanding, fluent conversations, pronunciation, and a lack of speaking confidence. So I decided to address these challenges by seeking the necessary learning tool, by practicing through educational apps and platforms.
Okay, that's a great, classmate. This is my answer. The hardest thing for me was to speak in public in a second language. Most of the time, I felt petrified and scared to death because I always thought I would not be able to speak in public. I'm going to make a mistake in pronunciation. They will laugh at me, but little by little I was overcoming it, understanding that I am learning something new for my brain, and that without a doubt I will make mistakes, but I must see those mistakes every day as opportunities for improvement, which I must to take advantage of in order to reach my goal.
Okay. Uh, what has really worked for you in learning English? Any tips or methods you recommend?
Okay, the most effective strategies were the use of audiovisual materials, speaking practice, and the use of game and interactive activities. For example, exercise that motivate to the students, especially for listening, which I consider to be is the most difficult for me.
Well, guys, there are many methods and learning styles, but music in English was allowed me to open my mind, understand new vocabulary. Also, the reading of the short texts that allow the student not to lose interest in learning. Learning must be very dynamic and interactive. Video games, passengers, in others.
A memorable or funny experience. Now let's hear a few fun or memorable stories about learning English. Anyone have a funny mistake, a cool achievement, or a special moment to share? Let's start with Jonathan. Let's go, Jonathan.
Dear friends, okay, I'm pleased to be here with you. Of course, I think that to learning English has been the most wonderful process of my academic life. One occasion, I remember a video of my daughter where she told me that thank you to me she learned English. It was a moment that has made me feel very happy.
Okay, that's a great classmate, Jonathan. The children always say the truth. However, let's continue with Javier Montiel. This is my answer. The funny situation I have had in my study process of funny mistakes was in my practice process when, by mistake, I ended up giving a wrong subject with a group that was not and had to improvise both the methodology, pedagogy, and dynamics that I had to implement. So it was something to learn since I lived the experience of the facing a group with a subject that was not dictated for that grade. So it served me as teaching, learning, and at the same time it was funny and enriching.
Okay, thank you, Javier. To continue part 5. To wrap up, tell us your current English level and your goal. Where do you want your English to take you?
Okay, classmate. Let's see. I would say I am at B1 level and I am able to engage in conversations with English speakers. I like to interact with myself. I taught myself. I listen to a lot of music in English. I read some books in English. My goal is to become a great teacher in the area of English, to work in a school, having a very fluent level of English, to travel and to get to know the English culture very well.
Okay. Javier, right now my English level is B2. I can understand and communicate quite well. Well, but I know it's still need to practice more, especially speaking and listening. Okay, my goal is to keep it improving, maybe by joining in an English academy or working with a private teacher. If loves to read, I still will leave it so I can feel even more confident and use English more fluently in both my personal and professional life. Okay, guys. Guys, thank you for you all chatting with your journeys. And I got sure but very inspired. And to everyone watching, to matter where you are in your English learning path, keep going. Every still calm. See you next time. See you next time in my journal learning English. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye
Bye
bye,
bye. See you.
guys.
Thank you,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Bye bye.
Aquí una falla técnica, pero ya.
Again. Mi Andrea González, de nuevo.
No, espera,
Listo,
espera,
vamos
espera.
desde el inicio.
No, es que quiero que me salgan